For the folks asking, so what are we supposed to do now? I'm working on an episode. I don't know if I'm going to have it uploaded tonight or tomorrow. I might want to redo it. But I want to hop in front of it and just say this. We do have the small advantage of knowing what their playbook is. They're following the Mustache Man playbook to a T. And they wrote out their project that is 2025. We have a book. We even have their training tapes on it. We know what their play is. The only thing that we need to do is wake up the Delulus that think that these people plan on leaving peacefully in 2 or 4 years. Those are the real Delulus, okay? The ones calling us crazy for being able to do math are now trying to convince you that this right here is all going to go away in 2 years when these people peaceably set aside if they lose. If a test even okay, so anyway, we do know what they're doing. We see that they're doing it, so let's just act like they are going to do all of the things that they said and wrote and plan accordingly. So in the episode that I'm working on, maybe I'll just upload like 2 takes on it. We'll see. I don't know. I recorded one, but I don't know if it's too heavy. I see 4 kind of like buckets of folks here, and each one of them is important. I also want folks to watch the movies. It will say Orway and Leave the World Behind on Netflix to get an idea. Yes, they're movies, but of like, what these folks might do when they want to keep us from communicating and keep us confused. When it does move to the point where we're going back and forth. I believe that the people that are going to be willing to hit the streets even just to peacefully protest should be prepared because they want to declare the thing. We know they want to declare the thing. We know they're going to declare the thing. So my position on it is, how about we just plan on that as opposed to trying to avoid it because we know they're going to do it anyway. So if we, you know what I'm saying? How about we set up for that? If we've seen it in South Korea, we've seen it in France. Really, South Korea is the main one here that applies. If enough people say, fuck no, it doesn't work. They need compliance for it to work. So all we need are enough people that are not compliant. So, yeah, and while I have my personal thoughts and beliefs, right, and I see some of the other things that folks are talking about, yes, we're not sitting like Princess Peach and waiting to be rescued. The universe helps those who helps themselves. We have to fight for ourselves because we have a small window of time. These people are replacing everyone in the military and in the federal with loyalists. They're weaponizing every department of the government against us, okay? So once that's in place, this is going to be much, 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 much harder. Our window of time is now before it's actually set up. While we can still come together and say no, while we still have people in key places that are more interested in country over agenda. You know what I'm saying? So it's worth talking about. It's worth talking about. I want folks mad. Yes, there's some level of worry and anxiety that goes with it, but I don't want that to be the main focus. I want the focus to be taking this back, saving ourselves, having hope within ourselves. And yeah, we can go deal with the team that smiled and said, we're going to hand the keys to the folks that are calling the Constitution unconstitutional because we want you to have faith in the Constitution. If there turns out to be no excuse for that, we'll handle that after. But right now, darling, yeah. Let's have this conversation of what these paths are for us. And of course, no matter what, on the day-to-day, we are now holding accountability to these people that are on the ground, these everyday people that tested for this and asked for this, okay? We're not leaving space to make them comfortable. We're not coddling their feelings when they did this, okay? Us making them comfortable and leaving them in their little protected bubble spaces is a huge part of why we're here. So we're pushing back on it in a day-to-day sense, in a person-to-person sense. We are identifying ourselves so these people can see that they are outnumbered. They don't have the numbers. They've just been the loud ones. It's time for us to get loud. And we'll talk about these paths. The folks that want to leave. That's not viable for everyone, but there are people that want to do that. The staycation folks. Something, again, that's good. That will do an impact, but not viable for everyone. The folks that are willing to go on the streets, those are the protesters. Those folks should also be prepared for the next step because they're not going to leave it at protest. So whoever's talking about going in the streets should be ready for other things. Those should be the people that know what to expect and know what to do and know what to handle on those lines, quite honestly, or should be mixed in with the people. If you know what I'm saying. Again, these are conversations we can have. We have to strategize. And then there's just the support, right? People who show support, whether it's business signs, house signs, wearing a shirt, everything counts. Every piece of it counts. So yeah, let's talk about that. I'm going to work on an episode. So this is already long. Like I said, maybe I'll re-record it and post both because I feel like the one I did might be a little heavy. So I'll think about it, but we will talk about the options, okay? And act as though we are saving ourselves, because we are. And I mean, like I said, we've got their playbook and we know what they're going to do. So why not use it to our advantage?